Okay, I need you to imagine something.
Oh, no. When you start like that, I get nervous.
Shh, just listen. Imagine it's 3 in the morning. Your house is completely quiet. You're in bed, half asleep, and then you hear it.
Hear what?
A sound coming from downstairs. And you think, okay, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's the wind. Maybe it's the cat.
I don't have a cat.
Exactly, Jack. Exactly. So what is it?
Okay. You know what? I don't like this already.
And that feeling, that cold, creeping, something is very wrong feeling, that's what we're going to use today to teach you English. Real English. The kind that gets under your skin.
Welcome to English with Jack and Maya. And tonight, we're going into the dark.
Okay. I genuinely got chills just now. Maya, you're terrifying.
Thank you. I practice.
She does, actually. She once told me a story about a grocery store that made me afraid of cereal for a week.
It was the way the boxes were stacked, Jack. It wasn't natural.
Right. Okay, so, hi everyone. I'm Jack.
And I'm Maya. And if you're new here, welcome. We are so glad you found us, especially tonight.
Tonight is a very special episode because we are doing something we've never done before. We are going to teach you English through horror storytelling.
Real horror, real stories, real suspense. And inside those stories, real, useful, everyday English.
Vocabulary, expressions, pronunciation, grammar, but the kind you'll actually use, not the kind from a textbook.
Because here's the thing. When you're scared, when your heart is beating fast and your hands are a little cold, you remember things. Your brain just locks it in.
So we're basically using fear as a teaching tool.
When you say it like that, it sounds a little evil.
A little bit, yeah? Perfect. Let's begin.
So the story we're telling tonight is called The Night the Door Opened Twice.
Ooh, already I don't like it.
Before I start, I want to teach you 3 words because these words are going to come up in the story and I want you to know them before we go in. Ready?
Ready.
Word number 1, creak. C-R-E-A-K. A creak is that slow, low sound that a door or a floor makes when something or someone puts pressure on it.
Like this? That sound. That horrible sound at 3 in the morning.
Yes, exactly that sound. Say it with us. Creak. One more time. Creak. Good.
Word number 2, shadow. A shadow is the dark shape that appears when something blocks the light. You see shadows on walls, on floors, sometimes on the ceiling.
And sometimes you see a shadow move when nothing in the room is moving.
That's enough, Maya.
Word number 3, whisper. To whisper is to speak in a very, very soft voice. Almost no sound, just air and words like this. Can you hear me?
I whisper back, I can hear you, and I already want to leave.
Perfect. So now you know. Creak, shadow, and whisper. Hold on to those. You're going to need them.
And listeners, if you can, say those 3 words out loud right now, just once. Creak, shadow, whisper. Let them sit in your mouth for a second. Good. Now, let's go into the story.
It was October. The kind of October where the air smells like wet leaves and something you can't quite name. Emma had just moved into a new apartment on the 3rd floor of an old building, the kind with high ceilings and thin walls and a radiator that made sounds like it was alive.
Okay,
let me stop here for just a second.
Already?
The kind of October. I love that phrase. Maya just used something called a descriptive clause. She didn't just say it was October. She said the kind of October. That makes a picture, right? You can feel it. You can almost smell it. That's good storytelling and good English. When you describe things in English, try to paint a picture. Don't just say it was cold. Say the kind of cold that goes into your bones. Do you feel the difference? Completely different sentence. Same information. Totally different feeling. Okay, back to Emma. Sorry, Emma.
Emma was alone. Her roommate had gone home for the weekend, and the apartment felt bigger than usual, emptier. She made tea, because that's what you do when you're nervous and you don't want to admit you're nervous. And she sat by the window, watching the street below. Okay, watching the street below. That's a really natural phrase. You can also say looking down at the street or staring out the window. All three are common. All three are correct. But watching has a feeling of attention, like something has your focus, like you're waiting for something to happen. And Emma was waiting. She just didn't know what for.
Oh, that's a good line.
At 11 o'clock, she went to bed. She left one lamp on in the hallway, just a little light, just enough, and she closed her eyes. And then she heard it.
A creak from the hallway.
There's that word.
She told herself it was the building settling. Old buildings do that, you know? They shift and breathe and creak at night. She told herself that.
She told herself. I want to highlight that phrase. She told herself. This is beautiful English because it shows us that someone is trying to convince themselves of something they don't really believe. I told myself it was fine. She told herself not to worry. It means your brain is arguing with itself.
And your brain is losing.
And your brain is losing. Yes, perfect.
She told herself it was fine. And almost, she believed it. And then the creak came again. Slower this time.
Okay, pause. Take a breath.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm totally fine. We're going to come back to Emma in just a moment. But before we do, I want to teach you something really useful. Something that comes up a lot in storytelling and in everyday English. And honestly, this is the mistake almost everyone makes. We'll get to it right after the next part of the story.
So stay with us, because what happens next, I promise you, you will not see coming.
Okay, so Maya, before Emma opens that door, let's talk about feelings. Horror is all about feelings, and in English, we have so many ways to describe fear, and most learners only know one or two.
Right. They know scared and afraid. And those are great, but there are so many more.
So let me give you a few. And Maya, can you use each one in a sentence from the story?
Obviously.
Okay, first one, dread. Dread is a heavy, slow kind of fear. It's not the sharp shock of a jump scare. It's the deep, uncomfortable feeling you get when you know something bad is coming, like a weight in your stomach.
Emma felt a deep sense of dread as she lay in the dark, listening.
Beautiful. Next, unease. Unease is softer than dread. It's when something feels wrong, but you can't explain why. A vague discomfort. A feeling that things are slightly off.
There was an unease in the apartment that night, the kind she couldn't shake no matter how many lights she turned on.
Couldn't shake. Remember that. To shake something off means to get rid of it. But when you can't shake something, it stays with you. It follows you.
Like a shadow?
Like a shadow. Yes. Okay, last one. petrified. This is the strongest one. To be petrified means to be so scared that you literally cannot move. Your body just freezes like stone. When Emma heard the creak the second time, she was petrified. She couldn't move. She couldn't breathe. She could only listen. 3 words: dread, unease, petrified. Say them out loud right now. Dread, unease, petrified.
And remember, in English, it's not always about saying the most dramatic word. Sometimes a soft word, like unease, is scarier than terrified because it's quieter, more real. That's great writing advice and great English advice.
Okay, back to Emma.
Back to Emma, who is lying very still in her bed right now.
Very still, not moving, barely breathing. She counted to 30 in her head. Nothing. She counted again. Still nothing. She decided, okay, it's the building. It's just the building. And she turned over and she closed her eyes again. And that's when she saw it. Under the door, a shadow, moving slowly from left to right.
No.
It stopped in the middle, right in front of the door. Emma didn't move. The shadow didn't move. 30 seconds passed. A minute. The shadow was still there. And then, slowly, the door handle began to turn.
Okay. I need a moment.
It's okay, Jack.
It is not okay. Maya, why?
Okay, let me pause the story just for a second and teach you something. Because that sentence, the door handle began to turn, is doing something very specific.
Besides giving me a heart attack?
Besides that, the phrase began to, it creates a slow, gradual feeling, like something is starting, something is in motion, you can't stop it. Compare the door handle turned. Very sudden, very sharp, very different. Versus the door handle began to turn. That second one, that's dread, that's suspense, that's everything.
And in everyday English, you can use began to anytime something is starting slowly. She began to cry. He began to understand. The situation began to change. It adds weight. It adds time. It pulls the listener forward. Just like this story is pulling us forward against our will.
Against our will. Beautiful.
Okay, are you ready?
No.
Emma watched the door handle. Her heart was pounding. That's another great expression, by the way. Pounding. Your heart pounds when you're scared or excited. It's a heavy, fast beating. Boom, boom, boom.
Say that with us. My heart was pounding. Feel that word. Pounding. Heavy, fast, urgent.
Her heart was pounding. Her hands were cold. And the door slowly opened. And in the doorway stood nobody. Nothing. Empty. Just the dim light of the hallway lamp.
Okay. So there was nobody there?
There was nobody there.
And that's somehow worse.
So much worse. Because Emma looked at the empty doorway and she thought, okay, a draft. The window in the hallway. That's all it was. She almost laughed. She almost felt silly.
And then she looked at the floor and saw the shadow. Still there. Inside the room now. Just beside the door. Just out of reach of the light.
Maya, I would like to go home now.
We are going to finish Emma's story in just a moment. And trust me, the ending is not what you expect. But before we get there, Jack has one more language lesson for you. And this one I think you're going to use forever.
It's a really good one. I promise it's worth it.
So stay with us. The story is not over. Emma's night is not over.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so throughout this story, Maya has been using a very specific grammar structure. And I bet you noticed it even if you didn't know the name for it.
Tell him.
The past continuous. It sounds complicated. It's not, I promise. It just means something was happening over a period of time in the past. It was in progress. It was ongoing.
Like she was lying in bed. Not just she lay in bed, but she was lying. It was continuing. It wasn't finished.
Or the shadow was moving. Not the shadow moved, but was moving. Right now, in that moment, it was in the process of moving.
It creates a scene. It puts you inside the moment. Instead of watching it happen, you're inside it. It's happening around you.
And in everyday English, past continuous is how you tell stories, how you set scenes. You use it all the time without even thinking about it.
Like, I was walking home last night when I heard a strange sound.
She was making coffee when the phone rang.
He was just about to fall asleep when the door creaked.
See? You know this structure. Your brain already understands it. Now you just have a name for it.
And now, let's go finish Emma's story, because she is still in that room, and that shadow is still there. And honestly, we've made you wait long enough.
Emma didn't scream. She didn't run. She did the one thing that made it worse. She whispered. She whispered into the dark. Hello? Oh, Emma, no. And the shadow shifted. Just slightly. Just enough. And from somewhere in the dark, not loud, not close, but somehow everywhere, she heard it whisper back. You left the door open. Oh, Emma didn't move for a long time. And then, very slowly, she realized. She remembered. When she came home that evening, she had left the building's front door open, just for a minute, while she was carrying her bags. And now her neighbor, old Mr. Harlow from the second floor, half asleep and confused, was standing in her hallway, worried that the building was unsecured. He had come upstairs to close the doors.
It was just the neighbor?
It was just the neighbor. I don't believe you.
Good. Maybe it was just the neighbor. Maybe Emma just told herself that. You know what that means now, right? She told herself that. Because the alternative was something she wasn't ready to think about. Not that night.
She told herself. There it is again.
Full circle.
That was really good, Maya.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
You terrified me. I learned English. I'm genuinely not sure how I feel about any of this.
That's the goal.
Okay, before we go, we have a challenge for you.
Yes, and we really want you to do this one because this is how you take tonight's English from the podcast
into your real life.
Here it is. We want you to write your own 2 or 3 sentences of horror storytelling using at least one of the 3 fear words we taught you: dread, unease, or petrified. And the past continuous. Something was happening.
It can be totally silly. I was eating breakfast when I felt a deep sense of dread because I was out of coffee. That counts.
It absolutely counts. Write it in the comments. We read every single one. And if yours is really good, or really scary, we might read it in the next episode.
If there is a next episode.
Maya.
Just kidding. There will definitely be a next episode.
Not totally sure, but...
Before we go, we want to say something to you. Genuinely.
Learning a language is one of the hardest things you can decide to do. It takes courage. It takes patience. It takes sitting with discomfort and choosing to keep going anyway.
And the fact that you're here, listening to us, learning with us, at whatever hour it is, wherever you are in the world, that matters. You matter.
So don't stop. Not today, not when it gets hard. Just keep going. One word at a time. One episode at a time.
And if you want to keep learning English with us, subscribe so you never miss an episode. And turn on the notification bell, because our next episode,
Let's just say we're going back into the dark.
somewhere new, somewhere you haven't been before,
Somewhere with a locked door.
and a key that doesn't quite fit.
I really need you to stop. Good night, everyone.